all this counting, trying to do head count of her family members to make sure that everybody is safe after the explosion, she realized that she didn't deserve the mercy of God, and she was just like, why is all these things happening? Why have we turned cold? Why are we not mentioning all these things in our songs? Why are we not thinking about these issues that are happening around us and all these things? And so she decided to write a song about it, and that was how this song came about. So that's our number one song for the week. She also dropped a video to accompany this particular track. The video is also available on YouTube, and she took time to describe our experience whilst writing this song. So if you have time, if you have the opportunity, please check out our video on YouTube and get the song on the digital platforms. They are available on digital platforms. So those are the 5 songs for the week. Just to do a kind of countdown on the top 5, we have Buki at number 5 featuring Angelo. The title of the song is Victory Song. We have Tim Godfrey, that is Hallelujah, and the song was produced by SMJ. We have a beautiful, wonderful UK artist, that is Firebrand with Time Will Tell, and we have Charles Dada again at number 2, and then we have T.Y. Bello as the number 1 song picked for this week on this wonderful single titled Code. So that's the countdown for this week and the Gospel Christian Music Update. There are other wonderful songs that are available on Spotify and other digital platforms. Please, let's try as much as possible to support these artists and to try and buy them and download them when they are made available for free. So that's what we have for today, and it's been great having this opportunity to speak with you, Uncle Charles and Jasmine.
Ade, thank you very, very much for taking time out to bring us this update. And we have one of the songs lined up called by T.Y. Bello. We're going to play that very, very shortly. And listen, have yourself a wonderful week. Do you have a barbecue kind of planned for us here at ABN?
Okay, that's wonderful.
No,
that's wonderful.
you inviting us.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I would definitely do that.
All right, that would be great.
Have a wonderful Sunday.
All right, listen, thank you. Have a wonderful Sunday, and we'll
bye,
speak to you again soon. God bless.
Bye, Johnson. Bye.
Take care. So that was Ade from 7 Gospel Tracks there, bringing us an update on what is happening with African gospel music. We're talking about African gospel music, some great songwriters out there, and one of them, in my humble opinion, is Chris Yotin. He has a brand new song coming out tomorrow. This is going to be released tomorrow morning. Hopefully it should be out on all your digital platforms, but we have an exclusive right here on this show. Very shortly we're going to hear the voice of Shoggy Tosh. But before we do that, you can actually hook up with us various ways. If you're on Twitter, we're at ABN Radio UK. You can also catch up with us on what have I just said, Jasmine? Twitter,
yes.
And what else?
Also, you can check us out on YouTube. We're streaming live.
We're streaming live right now.
Or DAB Radio.
Yeah.
Or TuneIn Radio.
TuneIn Radio. There's various ways of getting in touch with us or connecting with us whilst we're here on the show. But let's check out. This is a brand new one here by Chris Yotin, released tomorrow. Is an exclusive for us right here on this show, and this is a song that he calls My Defense. I tell you what, you are definitely going to be blessed by this song.
Of your name, the mention of your name. Jesus, there is none like you in all the earth. No one else comes close. No one else comes close to you. At the mention of your name. At the mention of your name. Mention of your name. At the mention of your name. Every knee will bow. Every knee will bow. Every tongue confess. And the mountains will tremble. For you come to my defense. Refuge and my shout. Refuge and my shout. Help in time of need. You have been my strong tower. You will come to my defense. Jesus, there is none like you in all the earth, in all the earth. No one else comes close. No one else comes close to you. At the mention of your name. At the mention of your name. Mention of your name. At the mention of your name. Every knee will bow. Every knee will bow. Oh. Every tongue confess. And the mountains will tremble. For you come to my defense. Refuge in my shout. Refuge in my shout. Every time I need. Every time I need. You have been my strong tower. You will come. Every knee will bow. Every tongue confess. Mountains will tremble. Mountains will tremble. For you come to my defense. Refuge in my shout. Refuge in my shout. Every time I need. Every time I need. You have been my strong tower. You will come to my defense. Lord, your name, it is my strength. Your name, it is my strength. Lord, your name, it is my strength. Your name, it is my strength. Never stop calling your name. I never stop calling the name of the Lord. Never stop calling your name. I'll never stop calling your name. I'll never stop calling your name. I'll never stop. Doesn't matter what's happening. I'll never stop. Never stop calling your name. I'll never stop. Never stop calling your name. I'll never stop. Never stop calling your name. I'll never stop. Never stop calling your name.
very talented Kosio Tindewu song that will be released tomorrow and is titled My Defense, so look out for that one. Stay tuned, we have the news coming up.
ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station. More news, more information. This is ABN News on the Hour.
From the Sky News Centre at 9, a dangerous rescue mission has begun to free 12 schoolboys and their football coach who have been trapped inside a Thai cave for more than 2 weeks. They'll have to dive through narrow, flooded tunnels, and officials say it could take between 2 and 4 days to get them all out. One major risk is from rising water levels, and it's already begun raining there. Our reporter Alex Rossi says leaving the cave network will be hugely challenging.
It's extremely tight at places. Visibility is very poor. There's strong currents as well pushing through those passageways. They'll have to swim on their own, or the divers will have to push them through behind or in front of them.
England manager Gareth Southgate says his side have shown great mental strength to get to the World Cup semi-finals in Russia. They'll play Croatia next after beating Sweden 2-0 in the last 8.
We had to go to the very depths emotionally and physically and be able to give what we gave, control the game, but also withstand the physical test. It was a real sign of resilience for a young team who I think are really maturing in front of our eyes.
The goals came from Harry Maguire and Dele Alli. More than 90 people are missing following deadly rainfall, flooding and landslides which have killed 48 people in Japan. In one area, a record-breaking 26 centimetres of rain fell in just 3 hours. Police in Essex have launched a murder investigation after a man was fatally stabbed in Little Glass near Pitsea last night. Officers believe it was a targeted attack. Boris Johnson's reportedly used a 4-letter word to describe Theresa May's post-Brexit trade plans. That's despite the Foreign Secretary being among the ministers who agreed to back the proposals for a free trade area. 2/3 of nurses say they think standards of patient care have deteriorated in the last 5 years. 3,000 people in the profession have been surveyed as part of a study by the Nursing Standard and the Sunday Mirror. That's the latest. I'm Tim Jones.
ABN Radio, home of Afrobeats.
Consider that life wasted. Consider the heart of the family ripped apart. Consider the potential never realised. Are these the things you consider when you carry a knife? It's not about street cred or respect. It's about staying alive. Drop that knife and save a life. Gwenton Slowly, supporting all family and young people.
They are coming from all over the UK, France, Holland, Germany, Italy, Spain, Belgium, Canada, US, and Ghana. The biggest Ghanaian event this summer. Ghana Party in the Park on Saturday, the 14th of July 2018 at Trent Park in London. From 12 noon, happening at the Ghana Party in the Park. Live music, food, jabber of chiefs, cultural dances, fun fair rides, plus many more. Mom, dad, auntie, uncle, bring the kids along with you. Tickets on sale now at aquabauk.com. For more information, call, text or WhatsApp 077-337-91988 or follow us on social media at Aquaba UK on all platforms. Sponsors: Hey Global, World Remit, GCB Bank, Unity Link, Royal Air Maroc, Jobico Shipping, Fontour Solicitors, and ABN TV. Ghana Party in the Park on Saturday, the 14th of July 2018. One amazing day bringing the family together.
Mixpiration with Bright every Sunday evening from 6 to 8 p.m. is just fun. It's exciting. It's a mix of contemporary R&B and pop gospel music right here on ABN Radio. Enjoy great themes every Sunday evening with Bright on Mixpiration. A blend of great inspiring songs just for your Sunday evening relaxation. Tune in from 6 to 8 p.m. This and every Sunday. They're on ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station.
It's one of the most prestigious events in the UK calendar. Our goal, recognizing and celebrating excellence within the British Ghanaian community. This July, Guba is celebrating 2 days of entrepreneurship and awards. On Friday, the 13th of July 2018, from 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Join us for the entrepreneurship seminar. Then on the second day, a celebration of excellence, Guba Awards 2018. That's Saturday, the 14th of July, from 5:30 p.m. p.m. to midnight. It's the time of the year for us to network, meet the stars, and celebrate our great future. The venue, the luxurious Intercontinental Hotel O2, 1 Waterview Drive, Greenwich, London, SE10 0TW. His Excellency, the President of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, will be our special guest of honor. Grab your tickets now from www.gooberawards.co.uk. Dress code, black tie or traditional only. For sponsorship opportunities, just email george@gooberawards.co.uk or call 079-569-45360. Goober Awards 2018, celebrating excellence. The Goober Awards 2018 is proudly sponsored by Ecom Ghana.
You are listening to the Afropolitan Gospel Show with Uncle Charles.
So get to me, Lord, you are like me, yeah. And you are the friend in me, yeah. Lord, you are my Prince of Peace, yeah. So I'm gonna praise you, I'm gonna praise you, bow, so we're singing hallelujah, every day we're singing praise. I'm gonna dance to you, my Lord. I'm gonna do that beautiful dance, Lord. I'm gonna do that beautiful dance, Lord. Cause you mean so good to me, yeah. Lord, you are like me, yeah. And you are the friend of me, yeah. Lord, you are my Prince of Peace, yeah. So I'm gonna praise you, I'm gonna bless you, I'm gonna bow before your throne and say, let me sing it hallelujah, every day we sing praise, like me got me crazy, hallelujah, every day we sing praise, we sing hallelujah, hallelujah, like we go crazy. Join me and let us sing a hallelujah praise to the Almighty. I give the pig the tail bone, big it dip. Now let me hear you sing along. Jesus, my number one king. Rain goes the pastor coming through hard in my tambourine. I don't give a damn, cause he's the only friend that I need. My master, savior, the one I believe, my protector. He be my shield, my happiness, yeah, he guarantees. No negativity. Every day, every night, positive energy. Yeah, and I know that you're feeling it. Alright, yeah, no diggity, no doubt. Say you would die, let me hear you all shout. Hallelujah, praise you, we going all out. Oh God, all humanity, oh yeah. Find shelter in the shadow of your wings. You feed us from the anointing.
You know, sometimes you're in a panic and then you click on the wrong button. I don't know how this happened, but it's happened. His name is Joseph Matthew, and the song we just heard is Hallelujah. And we're talking about Hallelujah here earlier on when Ade was doing his review, and the fact that Hallelujah is Hallelujah in every language is such a fantastic word, really. But talking about fantastic, there's a fantastic man right here in the studio. He is really rocking his Ankara trousers on a black top. You know, I'm sort of picking some fashion vibes from him, and we're talking about none other than Shoggy Tosh. And I get confused every time I mention the name. I don't know whether to refer to him as a radio host or a TV sports pundit or everything. Shoggy, tell us, who are you?
I'm just, by the way, you know, I'll get you back. You know, I'm a radio presenter as well, so I'll just wait until you come back on the show. And it's 2-0 now. I'll equalize.
Who are you? Tell us who you are.
I'm just I want to believe trying to be a humble man who loves God, and I do bless God that God has blessed me with a good number of gifts. You know, it's so important to use all gifts that one has, you know, for God. And they're just different too. So it's just like having different hats, you know, different caps. So maybe on a day I can put on my music hat.
Sometimes I see you with a white baseball cap. Sometimes I see you with a black one. Today he's got a black one. And if you buy a computer, you can actually watch this interview live on YouTube. If you just go on YouTube and type in ABM Radio Live, you will see myself, Jasmine here, and Shoggy Tosh as well, looking very sharp as always.
Thank you. Jasmine is looking sharp as well. I actually went on the feed, the YouTube feed, and I saw, and I was showing her that just in case she doesn't know, you're live. So you know, I do have many hats on, you know, at times music, PR, radio, TV, but they all have their uses. It's not easy. At first I didn't want to be, you know, I thought like people would say, oh, it's jack of many trades, but the point is like, you know, God has blessed me with the gifts. I have to use them. I can't bury any one of them, and I just try to prioritize, you know, depending on what I need to do at what time. I was
going to ask you, how do you actually literally kind of manage to do all of that? Because it's not easy, is it?
Yeah, no, it's not easy. I bless God for grace. It's not cliche. People, you know, talk about grace or mercy, but you know, I milk grace. I milk like a cow. I milk mercy because, you know, it keeps me on. Like yesterday, I had my show. I had two live shows yesterday. I had 6 to 10 with Diana Hamilton, the one and only Diana Hamilton, and 8 to 10 I had a guy called Olufemi Olokodano.
Right.
And I didn't get back home till you know, after midnight, and I'm like, man, I'm coming to ABN Radio with Uncle Charles, man. You know, how am I going to do it? But I just rest, you know. And one thing that the Holy Spirit does,
grace, man.
It's grace. It can just multiply. You can just rest for 3 or 4 hours, and you'll feel like 12 hours. Like, you know, I woke up like a fresh baby, and I'm like, yeah, let's go do this. So that's what I just try to. I try to rest when I can, and prioritize as well. And I do know a lot of people try to get hold of me, but I just prioritize. You know, I apologize if you can't get hold of me, but when it's time to rest, I rest. When it's time to walk, I walk, and I just prioritize like that. So,
what do you do to rest? Because maybe I can pick some tips off you. What do you do to rest?
Well, I chill a lot. So, resting is not just sleeping. So at times, sleeping, but at times just switching off, which is at times difficult to do when you're linked to social media and people are on. You know, there's some people that people just want to get hold of you. Like people are like even sending messages. Oh, Shoggy, like I did a broadcast. I'm on ABM Radio. People are like trying to get hold of me because they know I'm on. But I politely did not respond because obviously I have to focus here. But at home, at times I just watch football. I just switch off. And my mentor, Reverend Tosh, has taught me something that, you know, you have to have a quiet time. When even at times you might not even be reading the Bible and praying, but at times God wants to speak to us, but because we're so busy and, you know, he's quite patient, he'll just be waiting. So at times just switch off, not do anything, just relax, you know. At times I put my headphones on and just listen to music.
I can definitely identify with that, because especially with the social media thing, and my wife will tell you about this. It looks like I'm constantly on social media because of the kind of things that we do. Because you have to keep up with the trends. What's happening? What can I say on my radio show? Maybe somebody sent you some music. Well, let me just listen, see if I can put it on my playlist for my next show. You might be talking to somebody on social media because they're briefing you up on something. So it can be quite full on. But, you know, listen, as I say, thank God for grace. Thank God for grace. How So I know, you've been doing TV, you've been doing, your sport kind of commentary for a while. But lately, one of the things that you've been doing a lot is music.
Yes.
Why has that now been prioritized amongst a lot of the things that you do?
Yeah, I started music fully. Obviously, we do PR, so I've been in the backseat, and I never knew that I would do music. And I have to really acknowledge my mentor again. I believe in mentorship, and back in 2003, I called him. I couldn't get through to him, and I left a message on his phone, but I was just trying to sing. I'm quite cheesy, so I just do whatever I want to do once it's cool.
I've never heard somebody refer to themselves as being cheesy.
Yeah, I eat a lot of cheese, man. And I hope Jasmine will speak well of me because she was speaking about someone that was interviewed. So I just wondered what she would say of me when I'm not here. But anyway, I called him, and I just started singing. Not that I could really sing, and he said, Shoggy, you better go and release your album. It was like a joke, but when a powerful man of God speaks, or a woman of God, that there's no clause in what they're saying. So that was lingering in my mind. I've never been in the studio, but through also the assistance of a good brother of mine, Femi Besto, she's like, Shoggy, remember, God has spoken, into your life. Just go into the studio. And I remember in 2013 when I did Amujo, I go into the studio, and the producer said, hook. So I had my coat in the hand, and I thought he wanted me to hang the coat on the hook. So it's like, no, where's the hook? I'm like, what do you mean, where's the hook? It's your place, that's a hook. Like, no, the chorus. I'm like, my guy, you told me, said chorus, man. I don't know what hook is. That was how, late I was. I didn't even know what I was doing. But I've learned that, when you pray, when you listen, when you learn, and when you're willing to, work hard as well. All things are possible, with God, all things are possible. So I started learning. We did a Mojo, and one of the reasons why I wanted to do music was give back to charity, give back to people on the streets. I've lived on the streets before, both in Nigeria and here in England, when things were quite, tough. And there are a lot of people that are widows or orphans, and things that we don't even think of, we're not even grateful for. Some of us, we do birthdays, dad will give us a gift, mom will give us a gift. Some people don't even have parents. They don't have relatives, don't want to see it. So I just felt like, it would be good to give something back. So all the things that we raise through the clothing line linked to the music, and the music goes back to charity. That was why I got into music. But then when I did the first song, DJs were getting back to me from all over France, Nigeria, and say, Shoggy, yeah, we know this is a charity thing, but it sounds good, work harder and make this, take it serious. So then we did Pamoto, and Pamoto we got 200,000 downloads and counting. Just crazy, I can't even start speaking about Kwamoto. And I started taking it serious. We did Testify with Lara George, did PET Remix, and then I felt that I need to do my album. So we're working on the album right now to be released ending of this year.
We'll come back and talk about your collaborations, and I know God is definitely doing something through you.
Amen, sir.
I was talking about that. How about we do a track? It's one of my favorite tracks. Jasmine, have you realized I have so many favorite tracks?
You do.
I always say, one of my favorite tracks. But genuinely,
there's so many of them.
I love this song. Is a song by Akese Brempo, which says, God is working, he's after something. I may not see it, but still I'm trusting. Very, very, very amazing lyrics to this song. Enjoy this one.
You are listening to the Afropolitan Gospel Show with Uncle Charles.
God is working.
Hello, people. How you doing? Sorry, I haven't been able to say hello.
He's up to something. I may not see it, but still I'm trusting. God is working, He is working, He is working. Tell you, God is working, working, working. Help me say, God is working. Tell you, everybody, He's up to something. I may not see it, still I'm trusting. 'Cause God is working, 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 He's working. God is working, working, working. He never sleep or slumber. My God, the promise keeper, sees every tear that falls. Every tear that falls. My God is never early, and He is never late. He's always there, right on time. Right on time, And if He said it, surely He meant it. And if He meant it, surely He will do. everything is gonna be alright now. Everything is gonna be alright. Every little thing is gonna be alright. My God is not a liar, that he should lie, or the son of man that he should repent. If he said it, then he meant it, and if he meant it, he would do it. It's up to something. I may not see it. I may not see it. Oh Lord of mercy, still I'm trusting.
I so love the lyrics to this song, God is working by Kasibra Mpong. You know, when sometimes, you know, we're expecting certain things to happen and it's not happening and we're thinking, oh God, what is going on? I can assure you this morning that God is working, he's up to something. You may not see it, but keep trusting, keep on trusting. Stay with me, I still have Shoggy Tosh here in the studio. We're going to bring you his brand new single, Pamoto Remix, featuring quite a few artists, and we're going to talk about that in a moment. But just stay with us, don't go anywhere.
This is ABN Radio, Afrocentric, Cosmopolitan. We are London's Afropolitan station. This is ABN Radio.
It's really my type of music.
We play your genre of music, from contemporary gospel, high life, hip life, Afropop, and Afrobeats.
Play loads of music
on London's premier Afropolitan station.
Consider that life wasted. Consider the heart of the family ripped apart. Consider the potential, never realize. Are these the things you consider when you carry a knife? It's not about street cred or respect. It's about staying alive. Drop that knife and save a life. Quentin Slowly, supporting all family and young people.
Mixpiration with Bright every Sunday evening from 6 to 8 p.m. is just fun, it's exciting. It's a mix of contemporary R&B and pop gospel music right here on ABN Radio. Enjoy great tunes every Sunday evening with Bright on Mixpiration, a blend of great inspiring songs just for your Sunday evening relaxation. Tune in from 6 to 8 p.m. this and every Sunday on ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station.
The Discourse on ABN Radio, engaging our community with discerning conversation.
Join me, Esther Alade, on The Discourse, where we will be redefining perspectives with authentic analysis.
Join The Discourse from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. on ABN Radio.
This Friday and every Friday on ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station.
Your data matters to the NHS. Information about your health and care helps us improve your individual care, plan your local services, and research new treatments. The strict rules about how this data can and cannot be used have been strengthened. We're committed to keeping your information safe and being clear about how it is used. You can choose whether your confidential patient information is used for research and planning. To find out more, search Your NHS Data Matters. This has been brought to you in association with the Information Commissioner's Office.
Sending money has to be fast, safe, and efficient. So what are you?
Now you can send up to £5,400 to Ghana for only £1.
Only £1? Up to £5,400?
Yes, only £1, and your friends and family can collect with ease from a cash collection point, mobile money on all networks, or directly from their bank account.
This is so convenient.
Wait for the most convenient part. Download your PayAngel app to your phones and tablets and get started, or visit payangel.com. Pay only £1 for money transfer to Ghana, no matter the amount, when you pay for your transaction with instant bank transfer.
Get paid when your family and friends send. Terms and conditions apply.
Visit payangel.com for details. PayAngel, truly an angel. Authorized and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority.
You are listening to the Afropolitan Gospel Show with Uncle Charles.
Once again, thanks for tuning into the Afropolitan Gospel Show. Time check is 25 minutes past the hour of 9. That means we only have about 30 minutes of the show left, but we'll still have here with us Shoggy Tosh. Jasmine is still here with us.
Yes.
And just to say a big thank you to Ade of 7gospeltracks.com for taking time to review some music for us as well. We've still got a brand new Shoggy Tosh track to come up. Before we do that, Shoggy, tell us, you've done some collaborations in the past. Tell us some of the collaborations that you've done and which one actually sticks out in your mind.
I've done a number of collaborations, and some are still coming up. There's an exclusive one which I still haven't shared I haven't shared yet, because at times it's good to let it, the ball roll before you share that. There's something big coming very soon. I got a call from a top gospel artist in outside UK, and I'm looking forward to that one. But well, Don't Stuff with Henry Soul, Don't Stuff with Shady Blue, Dunamis Reigns from Jamaica, Lara George from Nigeria, and now Mama with Chile Farrell, and Pamoto Remix with Anna B, Masin from Zambia, and Boris Wanspita from Uganda. Testify stands out for me, not just because Lara George is a great singer, but then I lost my biological daddy, and it was quite difficult writing those lyrics. It was quite difficult going into the studio. I didn't even know what to do. I knew that I wanted to call the song Testify, but I was like, I was just so low, because it was just 2 days after the burial when I went to the studio with Okay and Lara George. But the Holy Spirit just told me, just share your testimony, just share some of the things that you've gone through. So it's like, born in the kingdom of Mama Charlie, went to Nigeria when I was at the age of 6, my paddy, and I saw tomatoes on the street. So I was just, the things were just coming, and I just wrote them down, and it was out of difficulty. You hear artists speak about songs, and you wrote the songs, but at times you don't know what the artist was going through when they were doing that. So whenever I listen to that song, it's quite emotional for me, and it's done well as well. Got over 200,000 downloads as well. But more importantly, touching lives, and people are like, wow, it's important to testify. It's one thing that at times we Christians or human beings don't do. When we want more, we speak about it, but when God has done something for us, we don't tell people about it. And it's so amazing that people go through a lot, and they just need someone to share with them, like, oh, I've been through that, or I've been through this, and God helped me, and He can help you too. So that's why that song stands out for me.
So I'm sat here watching you, and you're talking about selling tomatoes on the streets, and that I can't put the two together. Right. But asking about selling tomatoes on the streets, I know from back in the day that one of the things that tomato sellers hated was people actually sort of testing, squeezing the tomatoes.
Did you squeeze tomatoes?
Was that a problem for you?
Well, it was a problem, but for us, funny enough, we couldn't even afford to sell the real tomatoes, so we sold something called Esha. Esha is like the spoiled ones. So in Africa, you always have grade A, grade B, grade C. So if you can't afford the full rice, you can buy rice with stones and separate the stones. So this was called Esha. So it's like the spoiled tomatoes, or like the squashed tomatoes, and like a little bit cheaper. And it pours on you. And the painful thing was that you get to school, and somehow your classmates get to know that you sell nylon bags and tomatoes. And I remember there was a particular one who was quite good in art, and he wouldn't say anything. We just go on the board and just draw me. Obviously even my uniform was torn. I couldn't afford full uniforms, and everybody knew it was me, and they'd be making fun of me. You have to laugh along, or else it'd be more painful. But it was quite dramatic, and going through all that, it just cooked me. You know, you go through things like that.
I was going to say things like that do kind of
it strengthens you. And when people are now faced, you're like, what's it's nothing, but because of what you've gone through. So then I wasn't grateful, but now I'm grateful for some of the tough things I've gone through.
Wow. So Pamoto, tell us about Pamoto. What does that actually mean?
Yeah, Pamoto is an acronym actually. I wanted to do a song that will make people be addicted to praise. You could be addicted to Coke, as in even Coca-Cola. You just want to drink Coke, or be addicted to watching TV, which is cool, but one has to be addicted to praising God. I just feel like as human beings we don't praise God enough. There's no praise that we can give him that will be enough, but I mean, even our request should be made known through praise, and just thank God. I mean, imagine if I just tell Jasmine, oh, you're great, you're looking good, thank you so much for this. You feel great and you want to do more. Yeah. So, and I believe that even more, that's how God feels when we thank him. So, I just feel like we have to be addicted to God's praise. So the song is about being addicted to God's praise. I wanted to add like a kind of dancing feel. I love my dance, man. As the CEO of 7 Gospel Tracks was saying earlier, Uncle Charles did Shaku Shaku, man.
It's a rumor.
Just a few days ago.
That is a rumor.
No, Uncle Charles, I have the proof. Guys, you know what? I'm going to share it. I'm going to extract that, and Uncle Charles, I have a huge reach. I'm going to share it all over.
Until you can prove it, it's still a rumor.
Uncle Charles will do Shaku Shaku. But why am I saying that? It's so good to praise God with dance. The Word of God says praise him with dance in the book of Psalms. So I wanted to add a motto feel. Like, if you're on a motorbike, you're like, motto. So we added the PA, which is Praise Addict, the acronym for Praise Addict, plus the motto, and that's how we got Pamoto.
Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned to Afropolitan Gospel Show with Charles and Jasmine. And coming up is Pamoto by I'm looking for a word for him. Very talented. Very talented Shoggy Tosh. Let's check this tune out.
You are listening to the Afropolitan Gospel Show with Uncle Charles.
Oh, yes. Hey guys, you haven't heard this anywhere? Where are
you ready? That boy Massin. But this one's Spitter. And the beat, Firebrand and the beat. Shoggy Tosh in the building. See we dancing. Yeah, we party. Yeah, we celebrating. Jubilating. Addicted to your praise, addicted to your beat, addicted to your praise and the bass and the beat, addicted to your praise and the bass and the race to the taste of the bass and the bass of the beat. Praise of your beat, yes, praise of your beat. I really mean it when I say praise of your beat. What about your praise? What about your beat? What about the praise and the bass and the beat? I wake my heart, but pressure continually beat in my mouth. Jesus is a praise, Jesus is a beat. Jesus owns the praise and the bass and the beat. Jesus is a praise and the bass and the race to the taste of the bass and the bass of the beat. Yes, more Pharaoh, say Jesus, I love you. Say yes, more Pharaoh, say Jesus. That's why I say See we dancing, yeah we party, yeah we celebrating, jubilating. So me lift up my hands in a praise. Jesus me addicted to your love, so me stay. Jump up and down, set the devil in a place. Holy Ghost party right here when I stray. Devil with his slay, night till a day. Give him good praises to Jah every day, night till the morning. Make comfortable in a place and nothing can change. So make all up the fire. Holy Ghost fire right now. All up the fire. Holy Ghost fire right now. Just say, Tomato to get down. Tomato to body. Tomato to get down. Even with praises from night till a day. Yes, more Pharaoh, say Jesus, I love you. Say yes, more Pharaoh, say Jesus. That's why I say Pamoto. Would you understand See we dancing, yeah we party, yeah we celebrating, jubilating.
Pressa dick plus motto, that is why I say motto. Pressa dick plus motto, that is why I say. Pressa dick plus motto, that is why I say motto. Pressa dick plus motto, that is why I say motto. I to the Joe Lorio Kelonjo, motto. I to the Joe Lorio Kelonjo, Jesus higher, lift him higher. I to the Joe Lorio Kelonjo, motto. I to the Joe Lorio Kelonjo, Jesus Christi, Jesus. Oh Yesu. Mo fẹ́ràn rẹ, say Jesus, I love you, say oh Yesu. Mo fẹ́ràn rẹ, say Jesus, that's why I say pamoto. See we dancing, yeah we party, we celebrating, jubilating. Come celebrate now. We're having a praise party. Come celebrate now. We're having a praise party. 8 in the morning, praise our day. 8 in the evening, praise our day. 8 in the morning, praise our day. 8 in the evening, 'cause he feels alright. Would you understand la la little na mailo? Chukwa Yesu tukunda dachi gatilo. See we dancing, yeah we party, come we celebrating, jubilating. What do they mix there? That boy must sing, chorus one spitter. And a B, firebrand. I love this one. Whoa. Come on, Shoggy Tosh in the building.
Shoggy Tosh in the building. Then that's a song titled Pamoto, and that's going to be on Shoggy Tosh's upcoming album. Shoggy, do you have a title for that album yet?
The album is called Emujo, which means dance.
That was your first. Emujo was
my first single.
Wow, awesome.
Thank you, Uncle Charles.
I see you love your collaborations there, and that's a very international collaboration there. So you had Masin from Zambia,
Boris Peter from Uganda, doing very well in Uganda. There's a lot of wonderful artists in Uganda, and Anna B, a reggae, gospel artist based in Birmingham, UK
as well. Amazing stuff. Right, okay then. So talking about Zambia, how about we do this one? Here is an artist who comes from, guess where? From Zambia. Ooh. His name is Young Boss, and this is a track that I love so much. Is one called Captain.
Nikonka che imwe konsekwe muli nikonka ni twida unani ita munani chinda zonse zakale za sinda wanipanga wina muntu wina wanchinda na zina Christian boy is who I am Bakamba is who I am Musimoye like I'm overdose Anani feel despite my foes You are my captain, chief commander Alabenangu once ni anda Tingo watu wa monga kumugana Salute to my captain, I surrender You are my theory to my God, you are more than a conqueror. I salute to my God, you are the captain, you be the captain, you are the captain, you be the captain. Kulia chintu chechi ngafike pene mumafika mwakulisa. Olona sowa na chimo na luwa na duala mumani chilisa. Pene wavonse mwezi na ntanda, mwamba mwapanga, standi kwa bole mpanda, na pansi fulu michanga. The warrior God, fighting for me and me on the run. Saying the Lord and I will go anywhere you in control. If only we are Nikamani, Kuchita Bina Molineo Yamani, Nasala Chabe, Imwe na Pamali Mukulu Munga, Imweni Patali. You are my warrior, I salute to my God. You are more than a conqueror, I salute to my God. You are the captain, you be the captain. You are the captain, you be the captain. To my God, you are the captain, you be the captain, you are the captain, you be the captain. You are the warrior God, I'll be panga kwa mwe oninda. nachosa na munji kudoti fumu ya fumu kwa neo ni daddy. Mwana wa kolwe ni kolwe, mwana wa nkala muni nkala mso. The lion no Judah is you. Ready for battle, I'm looking to you. Who I'm my own and I'm taking position. Enemy territory demolition. Nipola mozina ya yesu. Not even for tell the juju. Bikulu dikwa sa nikupa salute to my captain. Monga ni buju.
Are online, DAB, and the ABN Radio app.
Life wasted. Consider the heart ripped out of a family. Consider the potential never realized. Are these the things you consider when you carry a knife? It's not about street cred. It's about staying alive. Drop that knife, save your life. Sending money has to be fast, safe, and efficient. So what are you? Pay Angel.
Now you can send up to £5,400 to Ghana for only £1.
Only £1? Up to £5,400?
Yes, only £1, and your friends and family can collect with ease from a cash collection point, mobile money on all networks, or directly from their bank account.
This is so convenient.
Wait for the most convenient part. Download your Pay Angel app to your phones and tablets and get started, or visit payangel.com. Pay only £1 for money transfer to Ghana, no matter the amount, when you pay for your transaction with instant bank transfer.
Get paid when your family and friends send. Terms and conditions apply.
Visit payangel.com for details. Pay Angel, truly an angel. Authorized and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. Mixpiration with Bright every Sunday evening from 6 to 8 p.m. is just fun. It's exciting. It's a mix of contemporary R&B and pop gospel music right here on ABN Radio. Enjoy great tunes every Sunday evening with Bright on Mixpiration, a blend of great inspiring songs just for your Sunday evening relaxation. Tune in from 6 to 8 p.m. This and every Sunday, they're on ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station.
Hi, this is Rodney Hines.
And I'm Michael.
Join us on the Voice of Sports show each and every Saturday on ABN Radio.
We'll keep you bang up to date with all the latest football scores, and we'll discuss all the big talking points in the world of sport. So don't forget, join us this Saturday, 4 till 6 on ABN Radio UK.
ABN Radio.
London!
London's Afropolitan radio station.
Here's Nikki Seriki with a song titled All I Want to Do, and this is a Giant Killer remix.
All I wanna
That is the amazing Nikki Seriki. There's fantastic voice. Shoggy, what do you think of Nikki's voice?
Nikki's voice, she's a powerhouse.
A lot of, very talented artists here in the UK right now. It's just unreal.
You could feel pain, like in a good way. You could feel, I always speak about Mary J. Blige, back in the days, you could feel pain, in her voice. And people you just want a real artist, and Nikki's a real artist. Yeah. You could feel her pain, and you could feel how God has saved her in her music. And that song, I played it 4 times on radio, back to back. I couldn't help it. I love that song, man.
And I like how she's got a few tracks that kind of have some kind of 80s and feel to it as well. You can tell that's the era that she grew up in. So well done to you, Nikki Seriki. Shoggy, what have you got coming up? What should we be looking out for? Well, Shoggy,
please look out for the album which we're planning to release ending of the year. It's called Mujo, so that'll be my debut album. It's not easy to do an album, man.
When is it out again?
We haven't fixed a particular date for it, but it's going to be towards the latter part of the year, the last quarter of the year. So please look out for that date, and everything will be, be in your faces. I'm always in your face, so you know what's going on. Also, I'm working on a TV show which I've been working on for a number of years. I started with TV. I took a backseat, but I want to, get back in TV now. So we're working on a program called Superstars with Shoggy Tosh, and we just, bringing superstars, but letting people know the pain that they went through, so that people can be inspired. Because we see these people like, I want to be like that, but when it comes to the hard work, we don't want to know know about that. So the show is coming up soon. It'll be everywhere, Africa, South Africa, UK as well, all over DSTV. But we'll let you guys know what's going on. So far, we've interviewed David Beckham, we've interviewed Roberto Carlos and John Otaka. So we're planning to do some more stuff. Those are the immediate stuff. So I'm also planning to launch my clothing line, which is coming out when we launch the album as well. So those are the immediate stuff. I'm still on radio, and I'm tapping and anointing from Uncle Charles, obviously. So
I tell you about Shoggy Tosh. Shoggy Tosh is always like, now he's got a fashion clothing line as well.
Uncle Charles, see the way you're dressed now. I have to raise my game. I need to do something.
Shoggy, listen, it's been wonderful having you here in the studio as always. Very fun being around you.
Thank you, sir.
You're a very fun person. Keep on doing that.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully we will meet up again soon. So listen, guys, go out there, get Pamoto the remix featuring Massin and B, and what's the other name as well? I've forgotten.
Boris Wants Peter.
Boris.
It's actually out July 28th.
July 28th. Oh, okay. So this is like a pre-release kind of thing. July 28th. That's a couple of weeks from now. Yes, so guys, go grab it. Shoggy, God bless you, and thanks for coming in. Much appreciated.
Thank you, sir.
Which kind of takes me into yet another track from right here in the UK. This woman is so hardworking. Last week, Friday, I was at the album launch. We're talking about the Keep Walking album by Sarah Table. It's one hot gospel album you need to have in your collection. But this is the track that basically it turned the night upside down at the Pizza Hut. I think it's High Hope on Pizza Hut, the live venue. It was in the basement. It was such a fantastic track, and live on stage was Sarah herself, an amazing band, and Andrew Bello were on stage. They did this track, and I'm going to share this track with you. You know me, I'm very generous, so yeah, that's what I do here on the show. Jasmine, aren't we generous?
We are indeed.
We share the great music that we play here on the show. So this is Sarah Table. This is a track that she calls Blessed, and you know what, I'm just leaving you with this track to take you to church if you're leaving now. If not, stay with me till for the next, I think we might be able to squeeze in 2 more tracks and then we're done. But here is Blessed from the Keep Walking album by Sarah Table, featuring Muiwa of Muiwa and River Songs and Andrew Bello. Amazing track.
Just a little love, love, oh, love. Give a little more love. It's what the world needs now, right now. A little bit more love, love, yeah. A little bit more love. It's what the world needs now, right now. To the man on the street, yeah. To the girl with no home to call home. Give up a little more love. So what the world needs now, yeah. A little more love, yeah.
You know what? Sometimes these things happen. Please forgive us. We got all excited when Shoggy Tosh was here in the studio. We blame it all on Shoggy. It was all Shoggy's. It was Shoggy's fault. There's a song that I know definitely is that song. We're gonna play you Blessed, but we'll try and sort that out if we don't play today because I think we've run out of time. But how about we say thank you to you with this song, a song that proclaims our liberty and cries the fact that we are free. He is on a trip of his own. We're talking about a musical trip. We're talking about Cold Out Music, one of UK's finest. Next week, we're going to play you his brand new track as well right here on this show. But this is a song that I love so much. a song titled I Am Free. And with that, we say goodbye to you, Jasmine.
Stay blessed, people. Enjoy your day. Make sure know that the Lord loves you, and enjoy it.
And Shoggy is still here with us as well.
God bless you.
Yeah, all right then, guys. So take care. God bless. Look after yourself. Look after your neighbors, and look after yourself in the sun, because it can get very, very hot.
Ooh,
so if you're traveling on public transport as well, make sure you have a lot of loads of water with you. Yeah. Take care. God bless. Bye bye.
Jesus, you have turned my life around. I'm a living testimony. I'm so blinded by your grace. You are the truth that lights my way. Everyone's asking how I'm smiling, waiting to make me smile. Lord, you've given me my freedom, so I will sing and testify. So in the name of Jesus, oh yeah, I'm free. I'm free. Praise the Lord. So in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, Jehovah, you have broken every chain, and you gave me a new name. With the way you changed my story, I just really can't explain. So when they ask me how I made it, I'll just point and say it's you. Cause I'm standing here today, cause I've been delivered by the truth. Also in the name of Jesus, oh yeah, I am free. I'm free. Praise the Lord. It is a wonderful something. I'm just saying thank you. I'm free. I've got my freedom. Praise the Lord. We are free, so we say. We are claim the freedom. Testify, testify, testify. Overcome, claim the freedom. Testify, testify. Oh, yeah, sing a new song. Claim the freedom. Testify, testify. Claim the freedom. Claim the freedom. Testify. Oh, in the name of Jesus. Oh, Lord God, I've got. Praise the Lord. And I will sing of your goodness, and I will sing of your mercy. Somebody look now. Come and see what the Lord has done. I've got my freedom, and I will dance and sing, and I will testify that, yes Lord, thank you Jesus. Oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na, yeah. All my people help me sing like, yeah. This is my testimony, it's my testimony, yeah. I've got my freedom, praise the Lord. Come on, boy, I want me did it. Clap your hands and dance it.
DJ Gas Forever is a Niger Kenya collabo, still alive on the streets. Rito, Oyana.
Kama sio Mungu dunia ingenitia uchungu, akukuta ningenyimwa jua nayo